Hey guys, Doc Shaw here, back with the LCP 2 in 22 long rifle. Got a little over 300 rounds of ammo, just some random stuff that we're going to be testing out. Going to start off here with the Winchester Bulk M22 high velocity. Got a couple thousand rounds of this for real cheap a while back. I'm still kind of plinking through it. It's not that great, honestly. I run into a lot of duds in it, but you know, it's cheap. This little pistol seems to handle it pretty good, but my 1022s and even my Beretta and a lot of others have had a lot of issues with it. So, I mean, it plinks, it's cheap, it works. This isn't really one I wanted to test because I already shoot a lot of it, but I already had it loaded up and I didn't want to unload the mags. So, I'm shooting from about 15, 16 yards right here. I usually shoot a little bit closer with this tiny gun, but, you know, it's hot, it's Texas, I'm standing in the shade, so not really going for accuracy here anyways. We're just trying to play around with different types of ammo and see what works and what doesn't. Alright, and here we have some Fiocchi standard velocity. I was really curious how this was going to run just because, as you know, some Auto 22s do not like anything less than high velocity. Much to my surprise, it actually ran really well. I did cut the camera right there while I reloaded. Nobody wants to watch that, it's boring. Now we got the CCI Stangers, and I've already run about 100 rounds of these, but I did just see a video where a guy was having a lot of trouble with the Stingers out of his LCP, and so I thought I'd give him another shot and, you know, make sure they run good, just, you know, see if it wasn't a fluke. Yeah, still no issues on my end, but, you know, that doesn't mean somebody else couldn't have issues with them. So always make sure you know what yours likes. Now we got some Winchester Varmint, and I had somebody left me a comment on my 1,000 round update and said they were having issues with the Winchester. I never shoot the Winchester Varmint, so I figured I would give it a shot and see what happens. No issues out of the first mag, but the second mag's where things started to get interesting. Yep, failure to fire right there. Now I brought it over and I was just trying to pull it back slowly to make sure there was a round still in the chamber, but it went ahead and fell out. I don't know if you can really see that. It did have a good primer strike. I put it back in the magazine, stuck it in there again, and it did fire. Yep, another failure to fire. Now on this one, I tried to just, you know, just rack it out of there and get the next round in. This one was actually hung up in the chamber. I think I show it to the camera here in a second. I actually turned off the camera because I was like, man, I'm going to have to go find something to knock it at the chamber with. But I got like 5 steps, and I ended up getting it out with the extractor, so... I tried to refire this one, but it's just having none of it, so... Once again, didn't really want to come out. Got rid of that one. Just move on to the next. Another failure to fire right here. I didn't even try shooting this one. I just threw it out and move on. And look, stovepipe. That is the first pistol malfunction that I have had right here on this Remington varmint. So, yeah, whoever left me the comment, you were spot on. It does not like it. And went ahead and fired the rest of them, so... Now, since I don't know anything about the Remington varmint, it's not something I use, I went ahead and grabbed my Beretta 92-22, in which I don't have time to go over this entire gun, but this thing is fantastic. I've got close to 5,000 rounds down this thing. It's been amazing. I know it runs good, and it has no problem with the Remington varmint. I'm actually thinking if this is going to run good and it's supposed to fragment like they say, I might actually switch to this in my Beretta. Went ahead and loaded up the last 4 rounds that I had, and it all ran good. No problems out of the Beretta, so maybe just an LCP thing. Now we are moving on to the Remington 22 Cyclone. Fairly cheap stuff. Yep, show it again. Alright, I will say this stuff smokes a lot, so maybe don't put the mags in your mouth. You know, lead poisoning cures corona. Everybody knows that. Man, look at those wide upper arms. I've got to get some sun. Looks like rice paper. Yeah, so this stuff runs fine. It smokes a lot, but, you know, no big deal. Black powder 22. All right, moving on to the Remington Viper. A little bit faster. Ran good here. I didn't keep all of the footage. It would just been too long of a video for my little phone to handle, but Remington Viper ran fine. I thought I had a malfunction, I believe, right here at the end of this mag. Well, failure to hold open, but it's actually just where I was resting my thumb. I wasn't really paying attention. I was holding down the slide release again. Easy to do on this tiny little pistol. Have the same issue on the 380. I just got really big fat hands, so. Yep, there we go. That one's fine. Last but not least, we got the Aguila 38 grain. This stuff runs pretty good. I like it. It was patterning a little high. You want to see my confused look there? Yeah, it's because my steel plate just hit the ground. I've knocked the bolt out. Yeah, so patterning a little high, but ran good. You know, grouped okay. Really kind of hard to tell. Those plates are just so chewed up with ammo, but... Yeah, guys, I'm still just having a lot of fun with this little pistol. This puts me right about 1,500. I'm going to gather up some more ammo, and I'm going to try to do a 2,000, round update. Thanks for watching.